Duke versus Alabama.
Roll Tide, roll. Mm-hmm. And that's exactly what they did over the Duke Blue Devils. This wasn't basketball. We weren't on the hardwood. We were out there on that field.
Okay.
And Alabama did what they had to do. They were methodical in their approach. Tua had to get warmed up because they started off with that stench of the national championship game, and they got that off of them, and they did well, and everybody, the running backs came in, did enough. The receivers were very happy with Tua.
The receivers put in work.
They
They were catching everything. I can't say anything bad about the receivers.
Can't say anything bad.
The only position that I would have issue with or question would be the kickers, but that's always with Alabama.
Oh my goodness, this guy. Every time, the only position that doesn't get a scholarship is the kicking position.
I think they need to spend a scholarship on that. I think so. We've seen years of poor kicking from Alabama.
We have seen it.
And it's going to catch up with them.
The guy was salvageable last year. I mean, he hit some when you didn't think he was going to hit some, but they come out and just miss. Because, I mean, they miss kicks when we don't want them to, and it hasn't necessarily cost us. But as you're saying, with the teams being so close now, the Clemsons and Auburn coming out here and all these teams in SEC and the ACC, if you can't rely on your kicker and you have to go for things when it's not necessary to put your quarterback in danger, it could come to bite them.
And Nick Saban always talk about the details.
He does talk about the details.
Special teams is a pretty big detail.
If you want to say anything about the reign of Nick Saban, the kicker has not been the best, but they've made some kicks when they needed to. So it's just good enough.
But missed some kicks that
the typical kicker would make. You're right.
Yes.
But, hey, we'll see next week. A new kicker. He is nervous. Let's see what happens. The fire is going to be lit under him this week, so we'll see what happens in that regard. But outside of that, overall, I was satisfied with the play of Alabama. I think it was a slow build-up, and then they got rolling, and then it was
it's the first game.
It is.
And every team has to get past that first quarter.
Yeah, and then it's not like it's everybody from last year. They have some new people. They have new coaches. So at halftime, Nick Saban responded wait a minute. He's understanding that, hey, we've been practicing with these guys, and they just have to actually get out there and see what it's like for themselves. And so now, as the season rolls on, hopefully they'll continue to sharpen their skills.
Okay.
Roll Tide. On Sunday, Oklahoma played Houston.
Jalen
Hurts showed up and showed out. Over 500 yards of offense, 3 passing touchdowns, 3 rushing touchdowns. It was just wonderful. He only 3 passes that he missed or incomplete. He had a great debut with the Oklahoma Sooners.
And he did. You can't take away anything from.
You can't. He said he's a better quarterback than he was before when he first stepped on the campus of Alabama. And
I believe that. He matured.
He's matured.
While he was there. He got better every year. It's not that he wasn't starting because he wasn't good enough to be a starter. It's just Tua is just a natural passer. The only problem I had was in the national championship game, they should have gave him the same opportunity that they gave Tua. That's my only qualm with Alabama in the national championship game. Not saying that, he would have came back. But when you don't give a chance, you don't know. Don't wait to the end when it's already over and everybody discouraged. Yeah, they should have gave it to him in the fourth quarter. Let the veteran come in.
So, because of that, he has the heart of the Alabama fans still. And so we wish him well in whatever he's doing. Who knew that he was going to come out?
You wish him well till they're playing in the playoff, don't you?
Of course we want to roll Tide, but if Jalen Hurts can do great and Alabama wins, we all win. Now, if he beats them, they brought that on themselves. Because it's not as if Jalen Hurts versus Tua is Tua's got this. Jalen Hurts can throw and run the football way better than Tua can run, and Tua can pass the ball better. He's more accurate of a passer. Mm-hmm. However, if Jalen Hurts knows what he needs to do and the offense is built around his strengths, it's a formidable opposition.
Let's be honest now. Oklahoma has a high-flying offense.
Who did Alabama play last year in the playoffs? Oklahoma.
Yes. So
with Kyler Murray.
Yes.
So I mean, it's not like this couldn't happen again.
I'm looking forward to it.
He had the better first game of the season over Tua. I mean, let's just say.
But Tua's game was bad.
It was. No, of course not. Tua did his thing, but I'm saying Jalen Hurts' game was like unreal. No one ever thought in their wildest dreams that your first game on your new team would be like this.
No, he did very well.
He showed why he is so beloved in Alabama.
Right.
All right.
Oregon and Auburn.
That was a really good game. It came down to the end. Bo Nix dreamed about Auburn and all these things of that nature, and he got to fulfill that dream he's had in his bedroom, throwing that final pass, I think 9 seconds left, and they beat Oregon. They had some opportunities where they could have probably won the game earlier, but both teams gave up and left some things on the table. It was a really good game. I enjoyed it. It seemed like high-level football, and the college football season has started.
Definitely. I agree. They came to play.
It came to play, and it looks like Auburn Tigers have a quarterback that with some gumption.
Gumption.
Yes. Right. I mean, he's not going to lay down. He didn't give up. He was cool hand Luke.
All right.
He came in there, drove them down. They won. Now, I don't know why they didn't kick the go for two. I don't know why they didn't do that, but outside of that, Auburn did what they had to do to win the game.
Awesome.
Awesome.